Hey everyone, welcome to this live Q&A with President of BenfoComplete, Debbie Montgomery Johnson. And Debbie, we're so excited to have you here to do this live because a lot of our customers ask questions. And I'm fortunate to be the host of this, and I'm grateful for Debbie inviting me to join to come and share some insights today and as the host and to lead this panel discussion. But Debbie, tell us how you doing today?
I'm doing just great, Donald. This is so exciting. We've been talking about meeting with our clients on a more personal level, and it's always fun for me to see the person that I'm really, writing to all the time to develop that relationship in person. So welcome to anybody that's here, anybody that will be here on a future podcast, webinar, and thank you, Donna, for all your help with BenfoComplete and with me.
Well, we're super excited to work with you all and to be here with us. But Debbie, before we get in, and start answer some of these questions, because we had questions come in, and I know some of you are going to ask questions as we go throughout this webinar here. I want to learn from you, Debbie. Just tell me about before we get into all the fun, let's just talk about you and your day, your week. What's one of your big goals for 2019? Oh my goodness, I'm looking into the past now. One of your big goals for 2019 that you've had or that you're working on, and how are you doing with that goal?
Well, as far as the company goes, our greatest goal is to grow it, to get the word out, because Benfotiamine it's a vitamin supplement that very few people have heard about. But there are 29 million diabetics in this area in the world, and we don't have more than a couple of thousand that know about Benfotiamine. And it's just my goal to get it out there. It was to go back to when the company started in 2003. It was started by my husband, Louis. And Lou had diabetes, he had neuropathy, he had sciatica, he had all these things that really bothered him. And he didn't want to be on medicine. He didn't want to be subject to, doctor's care all the time. He wanted to be able to do something that was a little more natural, that was, not a needle, is essentially it. And so Lou did a lot of research and on natural things and alternatives to drugs, and he found Benfotiamine through the Germans, actually. He found in the 60s, the Japanese had actually created Benfotiamine as a synthetic form of thiamine. So the Japanese had it, and then the Germans have used it for 35 years to treat alcoholic neuritis, which is interesting because we have clients in Texas who drink. And on a side note, when they take Benfotiamine, they don't get as drunk. So it's kind of silly, and also it's also good for bug deterrence or whatever. But anyway, Lou started this because he wanted to bring a quality product to the United States and offer it to Americans and to those around the world that had never heard about it in a very pure form. And it's something that helped him immediately. And, it was one of those things that just gave him the fire in his belly to be an entrepreneur and just to get out there and help people.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Lou passed away in 2010. And it became my mission and my passion to work with my father, Dr. Jack. Most of our clients know Dr. Jack. Dad and I work together on a daily basis to get the word out about Benfotiamine and to get the product out to our clients in the best way, the fastest way we can. And so my passion is to grow this company to something bigger, but to keep the family feel to it, because I want our clients to know that they are part of our extended family and we take their health seriously.
No, it's very good that you mentioned that. And I'm sure for those who are getting excited now, we cannot agree or deny upon the statement that this will help you if you get drunk. But
well, and I don't drink, so I would never be able to test that out anyway. But again, before we get started, too, anything that we say and talk about, Benfotiamine is a vitamin.
Yeah.
It is not regulated by the FDA. You need to go to our website. We do have FDA requirements that we don't claim any health claims other than the benefits that we hear from our clients. And I just want to put it out there that I'm not a doctor. My father is retired, and we are here as citizens of a world that want to help people.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to do.
And I think that's an important thing when it comes back down to when you mention like Lou and his mission and he going through that and was trying to find a source, something that can help him. And then also you sharing about what you and Dr. Jack, this is like the third time you guys have mentioned so far, about the idea of helping people. So I see that goes to the core of all that you all do. So I know some of the questions came in before, and I want to make sure we can answer some of them that are here. One of the ones that we received before was, you kind of answer this question, was tell us more about BenfoComplete, and you did that already. But is there anything else that you'd like to share with people about the company, about BenfoComplete?
Well, when we started in 2003, it was actually called Benfotiamine.net. Mm-hmm. And, you can go back, and if you Google that, it might even show up still. But people found that it was too difficult to say Benfotiamine. They didn't know how to say it. It was benfotiamine, benfo, whatever. We changed it to BenfoComplete 4 or 5 years ago because we felt like there were things that would complete the process other than just benfotiamine by itself. And our goal was to listen to our customers and find out what the best things for them in their search for neuropathy or diabetes control, what would help them out. So it just kind of made it a little bit easier to say. But BenfoComplete is it's a family-owned company that, we want to we pride ourselves on giving the best quality product in the fastest way we can get it to you. Someone asked one time, why is it so expensive? And I know that was one of our questions.
Yeah, one of the questions came through.
To give you an idea, typically a vitamin C, for instance, might sell for $9 a kilo. That's pounds and pounds of vitamin C. Benfotiamine is between $150 and $200 a kilo. It is an extraordinarily expensive compound. It is found naturally in onions and garlic and that kind of thing, but you would have to eat millions of pounds of those things to have any sort of benefit. And actually, you never could do that. So it's a very expensive product to produce. And we try to do it as best we can at a reasonable price for our clients, because many of our clients are on fixed incomes or they're veterans. We do have a soft spot for veterans. Lou and I were both active duty we were Air Force. My boys are active duty Army, active duty Marine Corps. My daughter-in-law's, so we have a feel for our veteran clients and for our fixed income and older clients. But we try to give the best product for the best price.
So now one of the questions that we've seen before was people asked regarding, like you said, the price, but they said they found the product cheaper online. Can you speak to that? Is there places where you can find it cheaper? Is it more of like, because I know there's a discussion you've had before about that regarding quantity. Is that?
Well, and originally in 2003, we were the very first company to bring benfotiamine products to the United States. Yeah. And over the years, Lou went through the FDA, tried to get some things through the FDA. They basically said, you're on your own, because they don't really check vitamin supplements. However, we do watch the quality. We have it quality controlled. We have it tested. When you see benfotiamine on other websites and it's being sold elsewhere, I want people to be careful that they're looking, they're judging apples to apples, not apples to oranges. Because when you're looking for a product and say ours is $20 a bottle and you find another for $10 a bottle, look to see if it's the same capsule count. Ours have 120 capsules. You might see 60 capsules in another bottle. Ours is 150 milligrams per capsule. You might see 100 milligrams. So make sure you're looking at the right, you're judging the bottles by the same things. And again, sometimes you get what you pay for. So you got to be careful and be an advised customer when you're out there looking online.
And that makes sense then, because it seems like if it's that expensive per kilo, some companies will probably just try to get the biggest bang for their buck by having a smaller dosage of benfotiamine per capsule, so they can spread it out over the product or over more product. So they're making maybe more revenue, but in actuality, it's not giving the long-term care for the customer. And I want to speak to that too, because some customers have asked you in the past, and I know you've shared this question before, the answer to this before on different things, but the proper dosage, because you guys have been around for a while, and some people will say, like, for instance, I've taken 2 capsules a day and I'm not seeing a result. Do you mind speaking to that for a little bit?
Yeah, the reason we put 120 capsules in our bottles is that research was shown when Lou started the business, did a lot of
Yeah.
research, and the best, most recommended dosage at that time was 600 milligrams a day. So that's 4 capsules. We found it best 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening. Now clients say, do I take it with or without food? Well, it's really up to you. I take mine without food. I take it at night. It might be more effective for you to take it with breakfast and with dinner. It's really up to you. It's you know, there's no prescribed with or without food as far as we're concerned. But 600 milligrams a day is our recommended dose to start with. We've found some clients, you know, take up to 900 capsules or 900 milligrams a day or more. There is no upper limit to vitamin B and vitamin B1 and B12. And B12 is the methylcobalamin that's part of our multi-B product. So there's no problem with toxicity or anything like that. Where I caution people is if you're going to take more than 4 capsules a day and you're taking our multi-B, that's the purple and green bottle, which has the benfotiamine and then vitamin B2, B5, B6, B12, and folic acid. If you're going to take more than 4 of those a day, I recommend supplementing those extras with the benfotiamine by itself, because the other B vitamins are water soluble. And to put it succinctly, you will pee them out, and it's expensive. It's expensive, and it's a waste of those extra B vitamins. So if you're taking, here's the difference between our capsules, and this is another thing that comes up. What they ask me, what's the difference between the benfotiamine, the G150s, and the multi-Bs? If you're taking a multi-B vitamin already, you don't need to be taking our multi-B capsules because you're getting those extra B vitamins. Take just the benfotiamine by itself. If you are not taking a multi-B capsule, then I recommend our multi-B capsules, because my friends call these Debbie's B's, because we have 2 really good forms of, we've got the benfotiamine, and then we've got great forms of B6 and B12. And I want you to get the recommended dosages and not overdo and not waste it.
Yeah.
So that's what, you know, start with 4. Dr. Jack always says, you know, see how it goes after a month. Give it at least 30 days to work, because the benfotiamine itself is fat soluble. It needs to get into your system so that it's staying there, that it's working. Don't take it for 2 weeks and say, well, it's not working. I don't see anything working.
Yeah.
We had one client who took it for over a year, just consistently took it, wasn't seeing anything happen. And all of a sudden he's like, wow, this is incredible, you know? But most people will know within 30 to 60 days if it's going to help them. And if it doesn't work out the best in 30 days, then try it for another 30. Give it 2 months. 2 to 3 months is what we say. 2 to 3 months. And it, you know, like any vitamin or drug, and benfotiamine is not a drug, it's a vitamin. It's not going to work for everybody, but it works for many, many, many people. And if it works for you, you'll be delighted you took it. So the other, go ahead. You had a question.
That's a very good point on that regarding the the dosage and the use, because I think that's one of the things that many of the customers have gotten a hiccup on, because some, like you said, some people are on fixed income, so they feel that maybe I can just drag it out by only taking 2. And it's not that we're just trying to encourage you or push you to run out of your pills quickly. It's just a simple fact that that's the best dosage to see the result. And that's why some folks we've seen it where they've taken the product but haven't taken it properly and say it doesn't work. But like you're saying, just follow the proper recommendation. Don't go overboard too much. But if you fall in love with it and you want to do more than that, then by all means. But the recommendation is 4 capsules a day.
And that's why we also offer our discounts on 3 bottles, because we want to encourage people to stick with it for at least 3 months. Yeah. You know, and if it works for them, the thing about neuropathy and the benfotiamine products, while you're taking it, it's going to help you out. If you stop taking it, you're going to get the symptoms back. There's no cure for neuropathy. There's just treatments for the symptoms. So stick with it. If you stop taking it, then it'll come back and your hands and your feet will hurt again. If you start taking it again, it'll reverse that, and you'll feel better again. So again, our best thing is to get on the 3 bottles and get it an off a ship, just so you're not even thinking about it. Because I have clients and friends actually who've said, oh my gosh, I've run out. Can you send it to me right away? I mean, you guys, If you get it, if you like it, if it works for you, get on the auto ship program and get it sent to you regularly so you don't even have to think about it, and it's less expensive. So our friends that are on fixed incomes, it's actually better for them to get on an auto ship 3 months because it's a whole lot cheaper than buying one bottle at a time, and then you get the benefit of the benfotiamine without it running out.
And I think it's important to be transparent too with anybody, like in any business. Like when a business owner like yourself have a repeatable process like that, or a repeatable thing, it cut down on a cost for you because you don't have to pay somebody to do all of the processing all the time, as much as if we know it's on a proper auto ship, we know the thing is going to come through, so you don't have to do as much work as before. So
Exactly. And the only hiccup with that, because I did see that one of the clients who was coming on today is on auto ship, and if your credit card is changed or your debit card is compromised, then you got to make sure you call us and let us know so that we can update it so that you don't miss out on that order coming through to you.
Yeah. Now, one of the other things too that folks ask in regards to Benfo is the cream. Like, how does the cream work? And what can I take the cream in conjunction with the actual Benfo itself, or is it just as much potent as the capsules? Do you mind speaking to that for a little bit?
I would love to do that, because the cream, and here's a jar of it. The cream is what I call an adjunct product. It's something that you would use in addition to the capsules. People that have a hard time swallowing a capsule, first off, our capsules are very small, and they're typically very easy to swallow. If you can't, you can actually just open it up and dump the powder into your applesauce or your peanut butter or whatever you're taking. The cream is used in your hands and on your feet. We have some clients, they only use that because it's transdermal, it goes through the skin. There's benfotiamine and L-arginine in it, but not in the same quantities as you'll find in the capsule. You know, there's 150 milligrams of Benfo each capsule. There's only 5% of the jar is benfotiamine in the cream, but it's very cooling. We recommend people keep it in the refrigerator, keep it cool, and at the end of the day, when you come in and your feet are hot, your hands are hot, you go put the cool cream on, and mentally and physically, it's just this really lovely, cooling, comfort. And I've got men that'll put it on, and they'll put it on before they go to bed at night just to calm their feet down. But again, I would use it in connection with the cream. We're going to have a special, and this is not a sales presentation necessarily, but I want people to know that we have a special. If you buy 3 capsules, 3 bottles of the capsules, you can get a free jar of cream. Just use the discount code FREEJAR. And if you're calling Dr. Jack, just tell him, hey, Jack, I want a free bottle of the cream, because we want people to try it. It's one of those products that there are no other creams out there that have benfotiamine in them. We are the only ones that have a Benfo cream. And we want people to use it in connection with the capsules so they get maximum coolness, maximum benefit in their hands and feet.
Now, one of the other thoughts too, when it comes towards the idea of utilizing the cream, is if somebody does not want, I think you kind of spoke to this already, if they don't want to take the capsule at all, but they have a phobia with swallowing pills, can the cream still work as a solution to give them just as much benefit?
It absolutely can. I have some clients, and one in particular in India, they only use the cream. They never use the capsules. Yeah. So it might be a good starting point. Again, I wouldn't judge the efficacy of the cream if you're not taking the capsules, because again, the capsules are going to be the best form of benfotiamine initially. The cream is just an addition to, and it's just something that's cooling and can be used together with it.
Love it. Another question that we get, Debbie, is regarding I guess more of like the success story of it. You alluded to some of them and you've shared a couple of them, but do you have any other success stories of people that you'd like to maybe mention that's seen great results from utilizing the product?
Well, again, my father, Dr. Jack, is the one that talks to our clients every day. And Dad will tell me, he said, so-and-so called up and said that they weren't able to walk without the pins and needles hurting them. And they start taking the benfotiamine, and within days or weeks or whatever it is, that feeling has either been alleviated or completely reduced. And it's just amazing to most people that you know, a vitamin supplement, which is not going to affect any medications you're taking. It's not to worry about that. It's just an amazing thing. And again, the cream, I've got clients that just put the cream on and it just cools their hands, because neuropathy, we haven't really addressed this, but neuropathy can present itself either in pins and needles or in numbness. And clients will tell me, Deb, you know, I started taking this and my hands have been numb. Now they're hurting. What's wrong? Why? This isn't working for me. And I'm like, well, actually it is, because the nerve endings are starting to, you know, come back. They're starting to do what they're supposed to do. And what I like to do is, this is my little visual aid here, Donald, and I think we talked about it. I'm not sure people are going to see it, but if you think of the nerves, can you see that?
Yeah, we can see it there.
Okay. So if you think of the nerves as a wire, a piece of wire, and with neuropathy, that sheathing that's on your wire has come off. So you've got all these exposed wires, exposed nerves. The benfotiamine in its fat-soluble form acts as a covering, you know, like a sheathing to those nerve endings. And so that's the goal. That's why you want to give it some time, because your nerves didn't become damaged overnight. It was a process. And typically, all of us that have high sugar diets or drink a lot have a problem with metabolizing the sugar, and that starts to damage the nerve endings. Okay, so you got to give that time to fix itself, essentially. Again, it's not cured, but it can provide that covering that will give you the benefit of less pain if you've got the pins and needles, or touch if you've been feeling numbness, you know. And that's the danger of neuropathy in your feet. If you have numbness in your feet and you're not paying attention to your feet, you could get sores, ulcers, some sort of damage. My mother-in-law had very bad diabetes, and she had terrible problems with her toenails and clipping, and you need to have it really, I think, professionally pedicured, professionally done pedicures, because you can't feel your feet. You can't feel if you've scratched it or burned it or whatever. And that could lead to major problems with diabetics. So with the benfotiamine, at least you're you know, able to feel again for the most part.
And I love that you brought that up, that you mentioned the idea of that, because I've had other situations where we learned about it where, yeah, you really can't feel, so you probably could hurt yourself. So it's important that we always encourage that. And I think also the socks, some of the socks out there that are helpful, there's some diabetic socks, and we don't have any particular that we recommend per se, but there are a couple of companies, and that's something that we've discussed in the past, but there are some of them that you would recommend that you make sure that you take advantage of, and use those proper things in conjunction with taking a benfotiamine.
And talk to your doctor.
Yeah.
I mean, the best thing to do is really work with your physicians. We work with podiatrists, with internists, we work with chiropractors, all sorts of doctors who may or may not have heard of benfotiamine. So if you're taking it, if you want to take it, encourage your physician to find out about it. They can call us. They can go onto our website. We've got practitioner packages we put together. We want people to know about it. And you know, many doctors don't care about vitamins and about supplements, but you know, I would rather take a vitamin than a drug. Yes. So I want my doctors to know. I want, you know, my father, every time he goes to a doctor these days, especially a podiatrist, he'll take stuff in there. He'll say, have you heard of this? And if not, I want you to look into it. It's really important because we have to all work together to have ultimate health.
You also kind of explained the difference between the B vitamin and the regular, but is there anything else that you would like to share difference between those if somebody's just starting off utilizing Benfo?
Well, when someone asks about taking, you know, B1, because deficiencies in B vitamins can come from chemotherapy, will come from diabetes. Regular B1 is water soluble. So the quantities you would take, you can't take enough to have it help with what benfotiamine helps with. It'll just go out of your system. So that's the difference between benfotiamine, which is a synthetic form of B1, and regular B1s, is that with the fat soluble aspect of it, it's going to stay in your system.
Is the
So
product only, you mentioned at the beginning about Lou and his experience utilizing the product. Is it only beneficial for those with neuropathy, or can it benefit for other ailments as well?
no, actually, it's been studied for nephropathy, anything that has to do with kidney health. Diabetics, again, are going to be subject many times to illnesses in their kidneys, in their eyes. So it's beneficial for your kidneys. It's beneficial for your eyes, for your retinas. It's being studied right now for Alzheimer's. Again, any nerve issue. Again, remember my visual aid with the nerves. With the Alzheimer's, they're doing a study up in one of the universities in New York right now. So I think, and people have asked me about multiple sclerosis and any nerve issue. You know, I can't say if it's going to help or not. I can say it's worth a try, because if you find that it helps, then you're going to want to go for it. And if it doesn't, it was just a form of vitamin B, and you know, no harm, no foul. But for me, if I had a nerve issue, then I would try it. I would try it.
Yeah.
I mean, I take it. I don't have diabetes, and for me, again, those Debbie's B's, it's very, the B6 and the B12 for me are energy.
I love the Debbie B's.
Debbie's B's. Yeah, Debbie's B's.
All right. So we have some folks who joined, and I want to make sure answer any questions they have. If you have any questions, gang, at the bottom of your screen, if you scroll down, there's a chat feature. You can click on that chat feature and type a question, and we can answer that question. If you do have a question, however, if you want to ask Debbie, just go ahead and let me know, and I will go ahead and open up the mic for you. So if you have a question at all, just go ahead and indicate in the chat below, and we can help you make sure you get any questions answers. I'm going to see if a couple of you would be able to share. Karen, do you have any questions at all yourself for Debbie?
Is she on mute?
All right.
Well, I also want to say, if anybody has any questions and they don't want to come on right now, please give Dr. Jack a call. He loves talking to clients. He talks to them all the time. I mean, I do too, but that makes Pop happy. He's here to serve, and just remember, Dr. Jack is here for you.
Mary or Rachel, any questions that you all have at all that you would like to pose to Debbie? I unmuted everyone.
Well, thank you all for coming tonight. We really appreciate you being here.
Okay. Now, Debbie, I have a couple more questions I just want to go through with you in case I'll leave these on mute in case anybody have any questions. They can jump in and ask a question. But in regards to, like, say, I know some folks like to use, or if there's like to get their doctors to use this, but the doctors are not using it. If there's a doctor out there that is interested in recommending a Benfo product, or if there's somebody wants to get it to their doctor, are there information that they can get from us or you and your company to be able to get to their doctor?
Sure. I suggest they go to our website, which is BenfoComplete.com. There's a wholesale section. There's also our 800 number, which is 888-493-8014. Maybe we can put that in the chat. And they can reach out. It'll go, to our answering service, which Dr. Jack will answer, and we'll call them back. We've got packages we can send out to them. All the information is on the website, and it's fairly up to date. But we are looking to work with physicians. We want them to have that, product in their offices, or at least at their fingertips, so that they can get it out to clients, to their patients. It's important that they know about it so that they can get it out to their patients. Now,
you also are a certain type, you mentioned physicians, but and you mentioned podiatrists earlier, are there any other type of doctors that someone can go about getting the product from?
We have some pharmacists, some wholesale, or some holistic naturopaths. There are some health food stores that carry it. We're out there, and we have a lot of clients who were patients of doctors. The doctors gave it to them. They stopped going to the doctors, and so they would go to their local pharmacies. If you want to take it and you can't get it from a doctor, and you can't somehow get it from us, go to your pharmacies. Have the pharmacies contact us. We are willing to work with them and to get the product out to whoever. But the fastest way for you to get a hold of us is just give Dr. Jack a call. or go to our website, thebenfocomplete.com, and we ship out same day. If I get the order before noon, we're shipping out, and it's to you within 2 or 3 days. We're pretty quick on that, and if not, call us up and say, hey, where's my stuff? So.
Deb, you got a question. Good. You got a question came in from Mary. Mary says, will this help patients who have neuropathy due to chemotherapy?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Again, work with your doctor, let them know about it. And it's something that I would certainly try. I have had clients and friends who've had chemotherapy, and they are taking it right now. They also like the cream because it's cool on their hands and their feet. But yes, I would certainly try it, and just let your doctor know that you're using it.
All right. That's awesome. Now, in conjunction to that, you mentioned at the very beginning or part of it early on that you are giving away a cream. Do you want to maybe talk about that and how someone can get access to that cream again?
Yeah, if you go to our website, which is BenfoComplete.com, you need to order a 3-pack, either of the regular Benfotiamine or the multi-B. And if you use the discount code FREEJAR, FREEJAR, that will put a free jar of cream into your shopping cart, and I will ship it out with the product. No extra cost for shipping or whatever. It'll be part of your product.
What if somebody said, you know what, I already have a 3-pack that I ordered last week, and I'm not going to order another 3-pack and coming up. How long will this offer last for them?
If you just tell us that it was from the webinar, I'll just leave it up there. There's no expiration date for the webinar. Awesome. So they can get it. Just put it the next time they order, put in there that, free jar, and they'll get that.
Okay. Now, I know a couple more people just jumped in. I want to make sure, see if there are any questions that we can ask for them. So Elwood just jumped in. Elwood, do you have any questions that we could answer for you today? Welcome, Elwood. Any questions that you have for Debbie?
No, just interested in the whole schmear.
Hey, Mr. Beach, nice to have you here.
Glad to be able to be here. Had trouble getting there, but that's all right.
We just lost you. Well, you'll be able to get a recording of this if you'd like.
Awesome. Karen, Mary, any other questions that you all have that we could answer, have Debbie answer before we wrap up here today?
And if not, please call us anytime. We're on the East Coast, so between 9 in the morning and 9 at night, you can give us a call at our 800 number. We're here to help. There's a lot of information on our website. We do send out blogs, so if we don't have your email address, we'd really like to have it, because we send out some really good information monthly to our customers, and occasionally there'll be a nice little discount code or a promotion, so that's always good too.
And we only have a few more minutes left on this webinar. We set it up for a specific time. And also we want to make sure we're respectful of your time, because we know some of you have other things that you have planned going on this evening. And Debbie and I would love to talk to you all night, but unfortunately we can't do that. So but you can call us at any time. Debbie, the phone number is 1-800-888-493-8013. And you can go to BenfoComplete.com, as well as you can go and send an email to Debbie or to Dr. Jack. You can go to orders at benfotiamine.net and get a hold of Debbie, and she's super personable. And we have a Facebook group. If any of you are on Facebook, the group is called We Are Stronger Than Diabetes. And the good thing about that is that you can get help from the community. You get other people who can give you answers to questions and also help you as well. Now, Debbie, we have a few more minutes here before we wrap up. Any last words or any parting advice that you would give to any of our friends who are watching this, or people who are watching this later, or people who are live on the webinar today?
No, I just want to thank everybody for being one of our clients, being part of our Benfo family, as we put it. We're a veteran-owned small business, and we certainly appreciate you coming to us. We're here. We know we're not the cheapest, but we're one of the best, and we're here to serve in whatever way we can. And we're here to help. We're here to get you the products that you need, and hope that they will give you the most benefit. So if you have any questions, we're here to work with you to give you the best experience possible.
Yeah, awesome.
How do I get the recording?
Yes, we'll make sure. So tomorrow our team will go ahead and send out the recording so you can get access to that, and you can go back through and watch it. But we'll be sure to send it out tomorrow.
What
And
time?
Mr. Beach, we've got your email, I guess, from you coming on here. So that's how we'll get it to you. We'll send you a link.
I thought this started at 6:30, but apparently.
It
Well,
started at 6.
Well, Mr. Beach, we thank you so much for joining, and everyone else who joined. We appreciate you being here. And on behalf of everyone at BenfoComplete, want to tell you, Debbie, thanks for being the fearless leader and for guiding and for inviting me to come and be a host of this little webinar here this evening. Hope it was helpful for all of you. And as always, we hope you have healthy hands and healthy feet and that you continue to thrive and be successful. So thank you all so much, and you have a wonderful evening.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Donald.